Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to Weekday Wanderings in Paris. My name is Jackie. I'm in the 14th Arrondissement, which is my home turf. We were also in the 14th on Tuesday when I did my last walk. And so yeah, we're just hanging around a bit more in my neighbourhood because number one, it's close to my house, and number two, it's really interesting. A bit noisy where we are right now, but I will show you exactly where we are. We're at the Parc Montsouris. We are just outside it. The exact location we are is we're on the side of the road, obviously. We'll turn it around and you can have a look here. Okay, we're at the tram and the RER station, Cité Universitaire. So there's a large complex across the road from us, which is called Cité Universitaire. Its official name is the Cité Internationale Université de Paris. So it was established back in the 1920s. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Susan McGregor. Lovely to have you both here. Okay, so the Cité Universitaire was set up after World War I, and it was done as a way of nurturing international relations. So the idea is that students who come from elsewhere in the world can come to Paris to study at the University of Paris or other places. And this is a residential and social complex. So it's made up of a lot of buildings. You can only see a couple here. This one here is the Fondation États-Unis, which is basically the American house, La Maison des États-Unis. And all the different buildings or houses are actually built in a style and dedicated to a specific country. So there's the Canadian one just down there. Okay. There's some really amazing buildings further in. I could go over and take some photos or show you if you like. Let me know and I will do that. But I do have a walk organised for inside the actual park. So we're at the tram station here. So this is tram 3A, and we're at the RER station. So this is RER B. And RER B is one of the best ones because it goes right from the south of Paris, right through the middle and up to Charles de Gaulle. So it goes from Orly Airport and Charles de Gaulle up in the north. So it's very handy. It's right next to my place, so yeah, it's really good. So it goes through, the next stop is Denfert-Rochereau. And it goes through Notre Dame and Châtelet and Gare du Nord and up through to Charles de Gaulle as well. Okay. Judy says, lovely to have some regulars back. Merci. Okay, let's have a look at the garden. So we're in the Parc Montsouris at the moment. So this is one of the larger parks in Paris. It is the southernmost park. So we're very close to the périphérique, which is the southernmost. Well, the périphérique is the boulevard or the motorway that goes around the outside of the city of Paris. It is 15.5 hectares, so it's a decent size. So it's about the same size as where we were last Friday, which was at the Parc de Chaumont, which was its contemporary. And that, of course, is in the north of Paris. So they were built in the same era in the 1860s. Late 1860s, 1875 it was established officially. So, like I said, we have RER B, which runs right through it. And here you can see the RER line. So there's people waiting for their train down there. Okay, so that heads towards Denfert-Rochereau. Okay, there is of course another train line that runs through here, and that's the Petite Ceinture. So we've been to the Petite Ceinture in various spots. There's another part. I won't take you there now because it is a little bit of a walk from here, but it's very pretty. It's not really accessible though, but you can photograph it from above, which I did earlier. So, how is everybody today? I hope you're all well. The weather here today is very lovely and sunny, but it's very chilly. So this park might be familiar to you from the final part of the movie Paris Je t'aime. So it was what was one of my favourite little vignettes from the movie Paris Je t'aime. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty cool. So it's a lovely park and has lots of statues, lots of beautiful trees. There was a lake built, artificial lake, like all of these parks. So they're all built under Napoleon III. So that was in the 1860s, 1870s. Okay, Judy says, where is everyone from? I'm from Melbourne. Our first day of freedom after 262 days of lockdown. That's fantastic. Not the lockdown, but the freedom. I'm celebrating with you. Bravo. 77 days in this last 6th lockdown. Australia and Victoria have reached 70% vaccination. I can't see the rest of your posts, sorry, because it doesn't allow me. Okay. So if we peek out this gate, there's another part of Cité Universitaire. This is the Canadian house over the road here. Got the Canadian flag flying on it. Okay, so Parc Montsouris. So Mont means hill or mountain, and Souris, of course, is oh, this is what I want to do. Souris is a mouse. So being a hill, and being that there used to be a river here called the Bièvre, which of course is not here anymore, there were a lot of mice around. So Montsouris is referring to all the mice that used to live on the river. Okay. Now what I'm pointing the camera out here now relates to what we were talking about on Tuesday in my walk. We were on Boulevard Arago on Tuesday, and we were looking at the Paris Observatory and the Arago line. Okay, which was the original prime meridian for France and for this part of the world. And this is called Le Mur du Sud. So basically it's a big monument which marks the Arago line, or the prime meridian, to the north of Paris, and there's one at the in Montmartre. So that did I say south? Yes, the Mur du Sud. So there's a north one which is up in Montmartre, and then of course you have several points along the way throughout Paris, and of course the observatory is where that was established from. So yeah, so this is a significant monument. It's actually not in the original spot it was placed in 1806. It was moved because of course they are constantly doing remeasurements, you know, with technology and mathematics improving, and you know, methods of measuring have been improved over the years. So it was moved at one point, but this is where it currently is. Sally Davies is here. Hi Sally Davies, nice to see you. Okay, so let's head this way. Okay, we have a big meteorological tower here and another meteorological station over here. So they do lots of meteorological things, I guess you could say. Lots of people doing exercises here. Lots of parks, playgrounds, etc. It's very beautiful. So I was talking about the weather before. Like I said, it's very sunny today, which is great. It was very, very cold this morning. My hands are still frozen. However, yesterday was very stormy. We had a bit of surface flooding yesterday in my neighbourhood. Hey Jenny Campbell, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And the night beforehand, so that would have been Wednesday night, we had gale force winds. Well, here's an apiary here. So all the parks in Paris, you'll find they have honey or beehives. So that's really cool. So we had horrible storm, and kept me awake all night with the noise. My husband, who works at the Jardin des Plantes, he went into work early to make sure that there wasn't any major damage going on. Luckily, he said there was just one tree that was slightly damaged, but apart from that it was all good. But we had a few bits of we had leaves everywhere in our neighbourhood, and there was a great big tree down the corner from us that was totally snapped in half, which was kind of dramatic. But yeah, so we're just walking up here to one of the little play areas for children. There's also a little train, kind of like a little flat roller coaster type thing, but obviously a little train for little kids. And they have little snack kiosks and stuff, and it's a great place for picnics. There's big open spaces. So it's very much like the Butte-Chaumont, so it's a little bit hilly, but not as hilly as the Butte-Chaumont. Okay, so really cool little park here. Okay, now we've got to a little overbridge here because we're going over the Aria line. Right, so there's the bus going south. Oh, and there's another one that's going north. Okay. Now, if you remember this architectural feature, these balustrade here that they have and these steps, these were at Butte-Chaumont as well, and they're also at the Arrondissement. So basically, they were created by the designer David, who was in charge of doing all these parks back in the day. Okay. So we're heading down towards the lake. So all of these lakes that they've put in are all artificial, of course, because a lot of these areas here were very barren. So there was literally nothing here. This is, of course, carrier here, quarries. So a lot of this buildings in Paris, especially around this era, have they've been made out of the stone that was quarried out of this area here. So this is a lovely area. So this is that final scene out of Paris Je t'aime, where the lovely American lady is sitting there contemplating life and Paris, and she said that she realized that Paris loved her and she loves Paris, which always makes me cry when I watch that scene. And so she was like sitting literally along here, looking at the kids playing and looking at the people sitting there enjoying life, looking at the pond down there, the lake. Yeah. So we often have people with horses here, little ponies, taking kids for rides. There's a bandstand down here. There's a restaurant on the other side of the lake down here. We have a waterfall over here, little cascade. And we have lots of bird life, so lots of ducks and swans and geese. Gardeners are out in force doing their work. And there are you can see a lot of the buildings on the side. They're very atypical, modern. A lot of high-rise apartment buildings there. Okay, we've got a tractor going past, so I'll try and avoid being run over. Okay, Anthea Lawrence, Good morning, Jackie. Paris Je t'aime is one of my favourite films. I just joined you. Where is this area? It looks beautiful. Thank you for joining us, Anthea. Yes, it is the Parc Montsouris in the 14th Arrondissement. So to get here, you can either go to the area B, Cité Universitaire, or you can take the tram line 3A to either Cité Universitaire or Montsouris. If you're on the metro, you can take Metro Alicia or Porte de Lyon, which is on line 4. Okay, so this is my neighbourhood. I am very privileged to live here. It's very lovely. Okay, right. So yeah, like I said, this park is 15.5, 15.8 hectares. So it's a nice wee park to navigate. Not too big, not too small, not too hilly. Okay, so we've just walked through one quadrant of it. We came through one side and we're going out. We came through the central southern entrance and we'll be going out the eastern entrance. Anthea says, thank you for the directions. You're welcome. My pleasure. Je vous en prie. And Judy's just putting a link here for anyone if they'd like to stay in touch and carry on watching. So for all of those of you who are new and don't know, I do these walks once a week. I was doing them twice a week, but I'm now just doing them once a week on a Friday at 10:30 Paris time. Okay. So our next walk will be on Friday next week. I am tentatively planning on being at Montmartre next week, but a lot of things need to be put in place before that, booking tickets, etc. And always weather is an issue for me now that the weather's starting to turn bad. You know, that's a consideration for my walks because they kind of have to be a bit weather friendly. Okay. So, Judy says, Jackie, do you and your family go to this park often? We come to this park from time to time. So I've been looking at writing. Oh, here's a puppet theatre here. This is nice. Yeah, I am looking at writing something about the parks in Paris, and honestly there are so many parks in Paris, it's really overwhelming in a way because there's just so much to choose from, and this is obviously a big one, but there's lots and lots of little parks everywhere as well. Okay, this is not actually the gate I wanted to come out, but here we are. So I got myself a little bit disoriented. Okay, so we'll just pop out here. Let me check my time. Okay, right, a little bit after what I wanted to do. Okay, this is a nice building here. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, so we're out of the park now. We're going up Rue Rey. Like I said, this is not exactly where I wanted to come out, so sorry, I went the wrong way. Okay, so when we were walking around Boulevard Arago, I was talking about the Rue de la Tombe Histoire, which is where I was supposed to be right now, and that is a really historic road because it is the original road back into Paris from the south, from Orléans, from Porte de Lyon, and that went through the original what do you call it, part of the Latin Quarter. Okay, Oh, I've really gone in the wrong direction. Okay, so my apologies. The pass I wanted to show you is way up here. Okay. Anyway, what I might do is talk to you about it rather than show it to you, because I did take photos of it. But basically, where I wanted to show you was the Reservoir de Montsouris, and what that is also around the same time that the park was built, and of course under Napoleon III, of course he did amazing works, the house-building works, which he did to beautify and make Paris awesome, and he built this reservoir. So this is enormous, big rectangular object, and it was used to collect water for the city of Paris. And there's actually 5 of these in Paris, 5 main ones, but this one is the biggest one, and it provides about 20% of the water for Paris. Now I would love to go inside it, but I can't, I'm not allowed to. I will post some photos or some links about it, because the inside just looks amazing. It's like the type of place I would just love to go. But like I said, you can't actually do it. It's not open to the public. Okay, so here we are, and of course there's roadworks here, so it's going to be noisy. Alright, I had to cross the road, but I will turn the camera around so that you can see it, and that way you're not mucking around looking at me for too much. Okay, this is a busy wee road here. Okay, I'm going to try not to get killed, cross the road quickly. Okay, so if you can see this interesting place here in front of us, see some grass. Okay, so this is the Reservoir de Montsouris. So if you can imagine, it's just like an enormous rectangular shaped object. I'll take a photo from Google Maps so you can see it, what it looks like from above and how big it is. It actually contains 202,000 cubic meters of water, which is kind of mind-boggling. Like I said, it's about 20% of the don't know if I can go. Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, 20% of the water supply of Paris. So here we go. Can you see that? It's kind of amazing. So it has grass on it, and that helps keep the temperature, the water at a standard temperature. It's about 10 to 12 degrees. They actually have trout in it. They keep trout in the reservoir. Basically, it's in order to to make sure that the water quality stays good. 202,000 cubic meters of water. Thanks, Judy, for that. So anyway, so there we go. It's pretty amazing. Like I said, I'll post some photos of it because it's stunning inside. It has, it's like a cathedral inside, and has, 1,800 archways. Looks incredible. So, yeah, one of my dreams is to go in there and have a look at it. Okay, so I'm going to finish there. I've walked around enough and showed you a bit. So, thank you for joining me. That was Parc Montsouris in the 14th Arrondissement, my neighbourhood. It is lovely. If you're in Paris, come here, and a nice place to relax. It's very low key. Yes, 1,800 archways. It's beautiful. It looks amazing. So yeah, thank you, Judy. I hope everyone has a great day, and I hope, Judy, you've been enjoying your freedom, your lockdown freedom. And everybody else, I hope you're doing well in your various parts of the world too. Thank you, Jenny Campbell. I appreciate that. And to everybody, I want to wish you a very lovely evening, day, weekend, and we will see you on Friday. Susan McGregor says, Mercy Jackie, a beautiful place to call home. It is indeed. Anthea Lawrence says, thank you and bonne journée. Merci beaucoup. Okay, we will see you next time, everybody. Take care. Bye.